Very good morning, dear students. Surprising why lifestyle disease is here? Of course, as I am going to say about the prevention here, the broad concept of prevention, as the students who is completed their the second year must be aware of the various levels of prevention. So, an exclusive condition for a degeneration and its prevention may not be so easy. So, I would like to highlight here the broad concept of the lifestyle disorder and how to prevent it. Of course, there is no doubt in that. Only we can do something for the prevention of lifestyle disorder. Just let me begin this with a small story of like one fine day evening in an OPD for a neurology specialist, one lady was waiting outside for taking the consultation. Then immediately she got a glance of that person, then she immediately realized that, oh, he was that boy who was my heartthrob when I was in my 7th, 8th standard. See, so many changes are there. His eyes were so attractive and he was so, really very outstandingly good looking. See how many changes are there for him, right? Then when he immediately entered inside, that neurologist could not recognize her as he even was his heartthrob when they were in their teens. Then she tried to introduce herself by saying that, yes, I was a classmate of you in the year of so-and-so. You have never recognized me. Then, sorry, not classmate, I was with you in your teenage. Can you recognize me? Then the immediate question was, in which standard, madam, you taught me? I would like to highlight here that the changes of degeneration or the progress of age, we human beings will never ready to accept. But it is just a myth that nobody can escape from the changes of the age. Only we can prevent its backdrop or we can just protect it for a long time. Let me come to my topic. Really, what you mean by the lifestyle? The word lifestyle was first introduced in the year of 1939 by Alvin Toffler, which includes the pattern of social relationship, entertainment, often dress code. A lifestyle reflects the individual's attitude, values, outlook, and forward life. Of course, there is no doubt, generation to generation, a lot of changes are happening among the human community. So a lifestyle may be a contribution of this all. The term lifestyle is a diffused concept often used to denote the way how the people are living. Lifestyle are learned through social interaction with parents or maybe from peer group or from friends or from siblings or schools and media. We know that this era is popularly known as the era of medias. Today's lifestyle have become really materialistic. There is no doubt in that. It should be well coordinated with rational thinking and practical outlook for avoidance of ill effects of that. I told you in the beginning itself, nobody can escape from the changes of aging and of course the complication of the aging, but we can prolong the quality of life in a better way rather than or along with the quantity of life. Remember always, Ayurveda never stick on just the quantity. It is always concentrating on the quality, how we people are living. So, lifestyle is nothing but a person's habit, behaviors, and practical largely determine if a person develop the lifestyle diseases such as we have two components for this. One is controllable factors. Of course, we can avoid it. The second one is uncontrollable factors. Yes, we can have a look what are the controllable factors. They are habits, practices, or behaviors which can be changed. Then the examples for that is which we can control very well. Whereas the examples for that smoking, eating habit, exercise, duration of sleep, etc. Just to take care that we are not leading our life just like couch potatoes. Whereas coming back to the uncontrollable factors, of course one cannot change it. Factors which we can't change, such as they are 4. It is nothing but the age, the race, the gender, and the hereditary. Age-related diseases are there. Race can protect you from certain diseases, but prone for certain diseases. Gender, males have certain category of diseases, of course, lifestyle disorder. Females are prone for certain category of lifestyle disorder. Hereditary play a major role which we may not be able to change. So it is a controversy statement, frankly speaks. Top 10 lifestyle diseases are listed out by World Health Organization, but sorry to say that maybe depend upon their stable diet or depend upon their, the ahara vihara, the concept may have little changes, but these 10 are the most accepted lifestyle disorder. Remember, among the first one is Alzheimer's disease, atherosclerosis, etc. are the purely age-related or the degenerative diseases. So what is our science is saying about the lifestyle disorders and its prevention? To frame the prevention as well as to know much more about the disease and its prevention, remember always that Samkshepadaha Kriya Yoga Nidana Parivarjanam Chikitsa. Second thing is, of course, to frame the preventive aspect, we should have clear-cut concept about that, where we have to start with. So I would like to have a look on the Vyadhi Bheda. The Vyadhi is classified as Naishtika Vyadhi and the Laukika Vyadhi. There is no doubt, we all are prone for Naishtika Vyadhi. If once we took birth, we can't escape from that. Laukika Vyadhi is nothing but that are come after the birth in this world to both body and mind, like Jwara, Rekta, Pitta, Unmada, etc. The subclassification of the Vyadhi is coming mainly based on the Laukika Vyadhi. They are Adhyatmika Vyadhi, Adi Vyadhi, and Adi Daivika Vyadhi. For these Adhyatmika Vyadhi, Adi Bala Pravarta Vyadhis are there, Janma Bala Pravarta Vyadhis are there, and Dosha Bala Pravarta Vyadhis are there. Remember always that the Dosha Bala Pravarta Vyadhis, mainly the Swabhava Bala Pravartika Vyadhis are the reason for the lifestyle disorder. Remember why I am giving this controversy statement is the factors whichever can be controlled can be counted as the Dosha Bala Pravarta Vyadhi, which cannot be controlled are nothing but the Swabhava Bala Pravarti Vyadhis. For the definition of the lifestyle, the term explained in Amarakosha is going as Jivanam Jividi Pranaha Prana Parigraha Janma Satta. The style is nothing but the vritti or the Ridi. So it is defined by Charakacharya as it is nothing but a group of diseases which is closely related to the aging and have an influence on the development to your own Patya, Ahara, Vihara following. The life expectancy, I mean the quantity of life can be improved mainly by following Trayobastamba and Charya Traya, and there is no doubt Sadvrita. So we know that these three are counted as the Trayobastambas. Among them, the Ahara, the Nidra, the Brahmacharya are counted as the Trayobastamba, and Dinacharya, Ratricharya, and Ritucharya is counted as the Charya Traya. We can't escape from the following of the Sadvrita if you want to maintain the quantity of life. So better to follow this all as such. So what is it? It is explaining just now when I was doing the posters, its judgment. Many people highlighted this point. When diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is no needed. Remember, always a proper diet. That's why when in the introductory speech, the person was saying here that Nityam hitahara vihara sevi samishakari vishesha sakta dada samaha satyapara shamavan aptopasevi bhavadyaroga. Remember, ahara have its own importance. So this slide is showing that the Uttarattara Balavardhana by ahara, one can select, depend upon the stable diet of them. Certain rules are there. we can feel these both are controversy. One Acharya is saying that one should bhojana agre sadapatyam lavana ardraga bhakshanam. It is a controversy one. Whereas Susrudacharya is saying that one should consume madura. I would like to stick on the second quotation. Why? Because recently conducted studies in Jamnagar is showing that before the conduction of the Vamana, it is always better to give one morsel of rice which is mixed with ghee and sugar. The reason is the smell of ghee, the taste of ghee will provoke the bile duct to secrete more and more bile. Then only we can find the pitta as a result of the Vamana Anda. Do we getting my point? Because we believe that Pitta Darshana is the exact Samyak Lakshana for Vamana. Right? So that may be the same reason here why first Madura is indicated. It will assure that the proper secretion. Fine, then whether Bhava Prakashakara is wrong? No, he is saying that Bhojana Agre may be at the end Agra, may not be in the beginning. Right? So, for getting the Lavanardraga Bhakshana, it is always better to go for the end. So these all are certain rules, how much one should consume, what are the things should be followed while consuming the food, etc. Coming back to the second Trayobastamba, it is nothing but Nidra. I don't want to repeat this quotation as we all are very familiar with that. Just would like to highlight what ill effects one can get if they are not following the Nidra properly. Even the Adi Nidra, Alpa Nidra and Akala Nidra both can kill like an elephant, or it can kill just as a lion, if even though an elephant is more stronger than the lion. So here quotation is highlighting the importance of the Nidra. Coming back to the third, the Brahmacharya, complete abstinence from sex, sexual thoughts and discussion is considered as the Brahmacharya. Then, but still, Acharyas are strongly believing on monogamous relationship. A healthy sexual life is very much essential to avoid the lifestyle disorders. So, in the beginning or as a part of starting of the beginning, the Charya Traya should be considered Riducharyam, Dinacharyam, Ratricharyam, Yadodidam, Ajaran, Purushaha, Swastaha. Remember, only these three is sufficient enough to healthy or to assure a person as a healthy individual. Some dietary principles are there. Consume warm water and well-cooked food. Take uncooked food. Food intake in proper quantity. Eat only when the previous food is properly digested and getting the samana udgara. Take food that does not have contradictory property to your constitution. Then take food in a good atmosphere and place along with good friends. Take food in relaxed condition. Be seated. Do not eat too slow or too fast. Avoid talking or laughing during a meal. Take food in prescribed manner. Avoid unwholesome combinations. Coming back to the rules of Nidra, go to sleep in appropriate time. Get up before sunrise. A lot of points are there to discuss about the Brahmi Muhurta. Brahmi Muhurta is considered as the best time to get up for getting the Brahma Jnana. Sleep about 6 to 7 hours, maximum of 8 hours. Avoid daytime sleep except in summer season. Nap is permissible for Pitta and Vada constitution. Rules of celibacy. Naishtiki Brahmacharya is the one. The frequency of sexual act according to the various ridus should be incorporated. Sexual promiscuity destroy the ojas. Remember always that. But a monogamous relation with a healthy individual is really entertained by our science. Coming back to the Dinacharya and the Riducharya, follow the principles of Dharma. Daily meditation is strongly recommended. Physical exercise is recommended. Avoid alcohol, avoid smoking. Again, the same point is coming here. The alcohol consumption and the smoking will interfere with the absorption of the omega-3 fatty acid. So, of course, the scavenging cells of free radicals will be impaired by its activities. Then, as Prashant sir was saying here, the Karnapurina, Padabhyanga, Shirobhyanga and Anjana application, Gandusha, Dhumapana, Pradimarsha, whichever is explained in Dinacharya procedure, is have its own role for the reduction in the aging process. Coming back to the morality, त्यागः प्रज्ञापराधानाम् इन्द्रियोपशमः स्मृति देशकालात्मादि विज्ञानां सद्वृत्तस्य अनुवर्तनम्. Fine. What is sadvrita? Ardra sandhanadaha kaya kayavakchedasam damaha swartaha buddhiparartheshu paryaptamidi sadvritam. So remember always the 5W, what, why, which, where and who will always help you to maintain a good mental health. So modification level should start from nidra, brahmacharya, ahara niyama, dinacharya, rutucharya, vyayama and sadvrita. Remember, 10 golden rules for lifestyle modification is already accepted. Accept the faults and mistakes. Learn to be calm always and have peaceful mind. It helps to control emotion, thoughts and your action. Have a positive outlook in style of communication, social relation, clothing, exercise and hobbies. Organize the work always. Plan it properly for the whole year, considering seasonal changes, festivals which you want to enjoy, the holidays with your family and family functions among relatives. A special space should be given for that always. Derive pleasure and comfort in all activities. Music, pleasant fragrance, etc. help you to make your moods, temperament and behavior suitable for the environment. Assess diet in terms of quality and quantity. Avoid processed and fast food. Eat with pleasant and relaxed mind. A short prayer or a thankful remembrance to the Almighty before taking food is always better to cultivate a devotional attitude. Honesty, mutual understanding, trust, loyalty, respect for the elders, affectionate and friendly approach for all. Wishing and greeting others on various occasions would improve your interpersonal relationship with others and would bring you more happiness and longevity. Half an hour morning walk would improve the stamina and would keep one in cheerful and fresh throughout the day. It also regulates the levels of cholesterol and the blood. Cultivate the habit of rational thinking, pros and cons before arriving at the conclusion of the decision. We should think properly. Compassion and forgiveness would empower our healing power in a better way. Enjoy the humor and the comedy always. Laughter is the best medicine and it relaxes quickly and makes us supportive for any kind of situation. It also supports the healing process. But without the counting of the Satadura, we can't conclude this session. Sataduras are nothing but the 4 categories of people. They are the priest, then Rajasevaka, then Vaishya and the people who are engaged with the business. Remember, they are always in the tension of survival. That's why they are always prone for the diseases. Then to conclude, prevention of lifestyle diseases at various levels. We have the count of primordial, primary, secondary and the tertiary prevention. Primordial is nothing but discouraging the harmful lifestyle. Find out the high risk group and target them and implement the primordial prevention. Advocate adoption of real principles of lifestyle modification by Sadvrita Palana, Annapanavidhi, Prajnaparada, Indriyopashama, Smriti, Desha Kala Atma, Vijnana. Whereas primary prevention is nothing but action taken prior to the manifestation. Just avoid Vegadharana and Udirana. Remember, Udirana is more dangerous than the Vegadharana. Because Roga Sarve Bijayande Vega Udirana Dharana. The first one is Udirana. Then do Ritu Anusara Shodhana. We know that Shidot Bhavan Dosha Jayam Vasande, Vishodain Grishma Jamabragale, Khanate Varshigamashu Samik. The students of this college might have aware of that. Vamanavasanda is going on, right? It is one of the best methods to prevent the seasonal diseases. Adopt Dinacharya and Ritucharya and Raticharya as such. Then secondary prevention halts the progress of disease at its early stage. Remember, it is your moral responsibility, the new generation medicals' moral responsibility to avoid the samprapti as well as prevent the further progress of the disease by कृत्वा शीतोष्णवृष्टीनां प्रतिकारं यथायथं क्रिया प्रतिकारं यथा यदं प्रयोजयेत् क्रिया प्राप्तं. Whatever you want to do, you do it. But your ultimate aim is nothing but should not allow the doshas to progress from one avastha to the other. I mean, just to avoid the manifestation of the disease in the early stage itself. Tertiary prevention comes next. To reduce or to limit the impairment and to help the system to come back to normalcy, mostly depend on therapeutic nutrition, rehabilitation at psychological, vocational and medical component. To conclude this, to prevent and management the lifestyle disorder, adoption of principles of Swasthavritta Palana is an ideal option. There is no doubt in that. And keep always stay away from Prajnabaradha. Thank you very much for your patient listening. If you need or want to have any interaction or something, just write the quotation and your questions and hand it over to you, the organizers. I would like to take this chance to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers of this program. It is a well-organized program, there is no doubt in that. Along with that, would like to express my gratitude to my principal to permit me to come over here, and Dr. G.V. Ramana, who guided this paper in proper way, and my colleagues, Dr. Nikhila Hiraman and Dr. Muhammad Altaf. Thank you very much.
Now, we invite Dr. Ratnaprabha Misra, HOD, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, to kindly hand over the memento to Dr. Sajida Carriot as a token of our love and gratitude. Thank you, Madam.